Interpersonal Theory by Sullivan. According to Sullivan, ang interpersonal theory daw is all about how person or people develop their personalities in social setting. Human would not have personalities if they did not interact with other people. Meaning, nagfo-focus ito sa personal relationship ng isang tao and how it affects the personality as a whole. The capacity to build closeness with others is crucial to one's development. Sabi din kasi ni Sullivan, pag may naging problem sa mga relationships natin in each stages of development, nagkakaroon din ng problem sa personality. Pero kung naging smooth sailing naman yung relationship na yun, is mataas yung tendency na mas maging healthy yung personality ng isang tao. So, kasama din dito yung interpersonal relationships can be harmed by anxiety and intimacy and lust towards the same person are necessary for healthy development. So, malalaman natin mamaya kung bakit nakaka-harm yung anxiety and ano yung contribution ng intimacy and lust sa interpersonal relationship. Sabi din ng mga biographers ni Sullivan, ang mga theories naman daw niya is well accepted naman sa community ng psychologists. Yun nga lang, pinaghihinalaan kasi si Sullivan na isa siyang homosexual. Kung iisipin sa panahon natin ngayon, ang pagiging homosexual or pansexual, lesbian or asexual, or anything na sexuality na isang tao is hindi naman siya big deal sa atin. Well, sa panahon natin. Pero sa panahon nila, iba yung norms or yung normal noon. Ang homosexual back then was considered as a psychopathology o isang mental illness para sa kanila. Kaya nagkaroon ng implications sa theories ni Sullivan at parang nagkaroon ng narrative yung mga tao na paniniwalaan ko ba itong theory na ito na nagpropose ng psychotherapy. Well, in fact, siya mismo, Sullivan itself is meron siyang problem, medyo may problem siya sa kanyang psyche. So, before natin pag-usapan yung mga relationships, pag-usapan muna natin yung structure ng personality according to Sullivan. So, like Jung and Freud, naniniwala si Sullivan na yung personality is an energy system that has a potential to reduce action. Si Freud, naniniwala siya na our libido is our energy psychic. Almost the same with Jung at same concept din or idea kay Sullivan. Pero, kay Sullivan, hindi niya tinawag na yung mga energy na ito na libido. Tinawag niya ito as tensions. There is two types of tension. Yung una is yung need and yung pangalawa is yung anxiety. So, yung needs is a kind of tension that leads to productive action. So, although yung mga needs ay biological component, naniniwala si Sullivan na may mga extra needs yung mga tao. At ito yung tinatawag niya interpersonal relations. Yung mga interpersonal relationship, ito yung zonal needs, general needs, at yung tenderness is yung basic interpersonal needs. So, pag sinabing tenderness, ito yung mahaling tulad natin sa tinatawag nila, o mas tinatawag na TLC, or in tender loving care. For example, sa needs is, ng tenderness is, kunwari yung mga bata, para makuha nila yung needs nila na tenderness, or yung TLC, is ang gagawin nila is iiyak sila, magtatantrums, magpapapansin, mga ganon. And then, para makuha nila yung attention and then makuha nila yung needs nila, which is yun yung tenderness. And then yung needs is episodic siya. Ibig sabihin, ihalin tulad natin siya sa hunger. Na yung hunger, pag nagutom ka, yung isang tao para masatisfy is magpapakabusog ka, kakain ka, magpapakabusog ka. And then, eventually, mamaya, magugutom ka ulit, tapos, dahil gutom ka, kailangan mong kakain ulit at magpapakabusog. So, ganun yung needs. Kailangan mo, pag nakuha mo, nasatisfy ka, mamaya-maya, babalik siya, mga ganun. Ang kagandahan dito sa needs is, sobrang madali siya, madaming ways para masatisfy yung needs ng isang tao. Unlike dito sa susunod, yung anxiety, medyo komplikado. Anxiety is vague. Unlike needs, there is no sure ways of getting rid of it. Yung halimbawa is yung sa tenderness sa needs. Yung bata, pag umiyak, kailangan lang haplusin, aluin, at masasatisfy na yung needs niya. But anxiety on the other hand, hindi natin alam yung gagawin natin para mawala yung anxiety na meron tayo. And anxiety, according to Sullivan, has a big effect sa mga interpersonal relationship natin. For example, we always attempt na mag-initiate ng conversation sa isang tao and we failed. Simply because natatakot tayo sabihin sa sasabihin nila o ng ibang tao kung ano yung magiging reaction nila. So maraming what ifs sa isip natin. And then hindi natin alam kung ano yung sasabihin nila, kung i-accept ba nila tayo or what. So that is anxiety. And because of that anxiety, hindi natin na-form yung interpersonal relationship na need natin. At yun yung mga conflicts na meron sa anxiety. So, following the psychodynamic tradition, this anxiety, of course, we need to reduce it. At marireduce lang ito through following some certain steps. And Sullivan called it, energy transformation. So, sa ibang theory, maahalin tulad natin siya sa tinatawag na defense mechanism. At sinabi sa energy transformation, tensions transformed into either overt or covert actions. Behaviors that satisfies our need reduce anxiety. May be observable or hidden from other people. Yung emotions and thoughts evolves into dynamism. So, ibig sabihin or example nito is, if need and tenderness ng isang bata, kailangan niyang yung needs niya is ito-transform niya ito, yung tension is ito-transform niya ito into cry, iiyak siya para makuha niya o makuha niya yung needs niya na tenderness. So, ganun din sa anxiety naman, they can also be transformed into emotion and thoughts, behavior, or doubts. So, mga ganun. So, this energy transformation is happening all the time. And yung mga tensions na meron tayo is nag-change siya every now and then. And this energy transformation creates a pattern in a person. And these patterns, behavior, and thoughts manifest as a personality of a person. This patterns is called dynamisms. So, yung dynamisms, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, is a pattern siya of energy transformation of needs and anxiety to thoughts and behavior. So, sinabi din dito na yung traits are habits pattern, and major classes nito is related to a specific zone of the body, which is yung mouth, anus, and genitals. Then, may mga dynamisms na related directly sa tensions na meron tayo. Meron itong tatlong category. Yung una, disjunctive. Tapos yung pangalawa, isolating. At yung panghuli, yung conjunctive. So, umpisahan natin sa disjunctive dynamism, which are destructive to people o nakakasira sa isang tao. At related ito sa concept na malevolence, na ibig sabihin is nafe-feel mo na parang nafe-feel mo na nasa loob ka ng teritoryo ng kaaway mo, mga ganun. So same concept siya sa basic hostility ni Karen Horney, na ibig sabihin is yung feeling niya is lahat ng tao is against sa kanya. So nag-i-start itong dynamism na ito during childhood. Yung pangalawang dynamism naman is yung isolating dynamism. Sa isolating dynamism, ibig sabihin daw nito is which do not need other person or people in order to be satisfied. So, hindi natin kailangan ng ibang tao para ma-satisfy yung needs natin na meron tayo. At example nito sa concept na meron si Sullivan na lust o yung pagnanasa or desire. So, kung iisipin natin, di ba, yung word na lust is, di ba, parang kailangan nyo ng isa pang tao para ma-experience yung bagay na yun. Pero, ayon kay Sullivan, it's not the case because para sa kanya, yung lust kasi is very selfish daw siya. Very selfish siya. Kumbaga, auto-erotic behavior siya. Meaning, you don't really need the object of your lust because you are treating it as an object and not a person. Kaya, it's not a interpersonal kind of thing daw. So, usually, itong dynamism na ito ay lumalakas siya. Itong lust na ito ay lumalakas siya during adolescence. So, yung pangatlong dynamism naman ay tinatawag na conjunctive dynamism, which are related to our interpersonal needs, which can unite us with other people. So, yung example nito sa concept ni Sullivan ay yung tinatawag nating intimacy. Intimacy is galing siya sa needs natin for tenderness. So, kung yung tenderness is more on general basis siya, meaning maraming tao yung maaaring magbigay sa'yo ng TLC or yung tender loving care or yung tenderness na kailangan mo, yung needs mo. Pero sa intimacy kasi, nagfo-focus na lang siya sa iisang tao. So, yung pangatlong dynamism ay tinatawag na conjunctive dynamism, which are related to our interpersonal needs, which can unite us with other people. So, yung example nito sa concept ni Sullivan ay yung tinatawag nating intimacy. So, sa intimacy, yung intimacy is galing siya sa needs ng tenderness. So, yung tenderness kasi is more on general basis siya. Meaning, parang maraming tao yung maaaring magbigay sa iyo ng tenderness or ng TLC kapag kailangan mo. Pero, unlike sa intimacy, nagpo-focus na lang ito sa isang tao. Pero, iba ito sa sexual attraction na nararanasan ng isang tao during adolescence. Kasi, sabi ni Sullivan, kahit nung bata pa daw tayo, maaari na daw nating ma-experience o maaaring na-experience na daw natin itong intimacy na tinatawag. At usually, nangyayari ito in our chump o yung tinatawag o yung mga special friend natin nung mga bata tayo, mga best friends natin nung mga kalaro natin nung mga bata pa tayo. And also, according to Sullivan, ang intimacy daw ay ang antidote o yung lunas para sa mga anxiety. O yung intimacy daw is yung parang maaaring makatulong sa atin para mapaglabanan yung anxiety na nararanasan natin o mararanasan natin. Kasi daw, if may intimacy ang isang tao, may intimacy tayo, we feel love and we are loved and we feel secure kasi feeling natin may nagpo-protect sa atin. So, another example ng conjunctive dynamism ay yung self-system. So, sa self-system, ito yung nabubuo para ma-ward off natin, i-ward off yung anxiety na as I mentioned kanina. And ito yung primary purpose nitong self-system is labanan yung mga anxieties na meron tayo. So, as we grow old, habang lumalaki tayo, tumatanda tayo, nalalaman natin kung ano yung mga klaseng behavior at thoughts na pwede nating gamitin, maaari nating gamitin para ma-reduce natin yung anxieties na nafe-feel natin. And at the same time, nagkakaroon rin tayo ng radar para ma-detect natin kung may parating na mga anxieties. O kung before pa dumating yung anxiety, nasisense na natin sila. So, nagiging prepared tayo para iwasan ito, mga ganun bagay. So, eventually, yung mga yun is magiging weapons natin yun and tools natin to combat anxiety.
So now, let's talk about personifications in Sullivan's theory. People's images of themselves or others begins in infancy and continues throughout development. So these are the subjective ideas that a person has about their significance to others, and these are called personifications. Sullivan identified 3 basic personifications that develop during infancy or childhood: the bad mother, the good mother, and the me. In addition, some children acquire an identic personification during childhood. So the first personification is bad mother, good mother. It says that bad mother and good mothers are similar to Klein's good breeze and bad breeze. So bakit nga ba? Because the good breeze represents the good mother who feeds the infant on demand and gives them attention. And the bad breeze represents the bad mother who says no or who is absent when the infant wants something. To keep it brief and easy to understand, kasi kung iisipin natin, dito nag-form a contrasting image or projection of the real mothers. It's kind of a love-hate relationship. Second personifications is me personification. So, during infancy, children acquire 3 me personifications. The first one is a bad me. The second one is good me. And the third one is not me. The bad me grows from experiences of punishment and disapproval. Ito yung mga batang makukulit at hindi sumusunod sa magulang. Kaya they give punishment or hindi pa palaging pinagbibigyan sa gusto. O kaya naman pinapabay lang silang umiyak dahil para matuto sila. Next, the good me results from experiences with reward and approval. Halimbawa nito ay dahil mabait siyang bata, masunurin, behave lang o kaya naman ay very good sa school, like may honor, ito ay nagkakaroon ng reward and approval para sa result ng pagiging good child niya. Next is not me. Is something which allows a person to disassociate or selectively not attend to experiences that are related to anxiety. So dito naman kasi, lalo na sa mga bata na ayaw nila na makihalubilo or nahiya sila i-express yung nararamdaman nila because they overthink things na nagkakos ng anxiety. Third or last personification is the Identic Personifications. It is characterized as having interpersonal relationships with imaginary friends or unrealistic traits imagined by the child. These imaginary friends or are the imaginary playmates that preschool age children often have. Okay, connected din siya to kanina sa not me kasi dahil sa ayaw nila makipaglaro o ayaw nila siyang kalaro ay nagkakaroon tuloy ito ng imaginary playmates. Next naman is about levels of cognition. Refers to ways of perceiving, imagining, and conceiving. So bakit nga ba? Sullivan divided cognition into 3 levels. These are the Prototasic Level, the Prototasic Level, and the Syntactics Level. So the first level is Prototasic Level. It refers to experiences that are impossible to put into words or cannot be communicated. Example nito ay yung mga bata na 6 to 9 months pa lang na hindi pa talaga nakapagsalita or nakakaintindi. And in adults, prototasic experiences take the form of momentary sensations, images, feelings, modes, and impressions. The next level is the Prototasic Level. So here, at the Prototasic Level, we can put it into words. For example, a child views the relationship between saying please and candy as the link to receiving candy. The majority of adult conduct is caused by Prototasic thinking. Kasi naman, magiging marupok ka talaga pag ginamitan ka ng magic word na please. Effective talaga. And the third level is the Syntactic Level, that they can express their feelings and thoughts properly. It can be communicated clearly and mutually agree upon.
Stages of development according to Sullivan. So, Sullivan postulated 7 epochs or stages of development, each crucial to the formation of human personality. The thread of interpersonal relations runs throughout these stages. Other people are indispensable to a person's development, from infancy to mature adulthood. Sullivan hypothesized that as one passes over one of these more or less determinable threshold of a development era, everything that has gone before becomes reasonably open to influence. So, basically, ang sinasabi niya, ang ini-imply niya sa theory niyang ito is that yung purpose ng behavior ng isang tao ay dapat na ma-meet yung needs through interpersonal interaction para ma-decrease o maiwasan yung anxiety. And everything begins sa infancy. Infancy occurs at birth till 1 year old. Although Sullivan didn't give us much importance sa stage na ito, he still stated na yung mothers or mother-in-ones ng isang bata ang magsasatisfy doon sa need niya, which is tenderness. So, syempre, kung hindi ito masasatisfy, magkakaroon nito ng effect doon sa bata as it grows. So, ang next naman natin ngayon is childhood. So, sa childhood stage naman, it occurs at the age of 1 to 4 years old. Dito sa stage na ito, dito magsisimula yung development of speech and improved communication ng isang bata. The mother still remains the important significant person in a child's life, and now, it will be reciprocal as the child now learns how to communicate. Dito din pwedeng makadevelop ang isang bata ng imaginary playmate na makakatulong na mais yung anxiety na nararamdaman ng isang bata. Next naman natin ay yung juvenile stage na nangyayari sa edad na 4 hanggang 8 taong gulang. Ngayon, dito meron na silang mga kalaro at nakakapag-socialize na din sila. Ito ay mahalaga dahil a juvenile seeks competition and cooperation with their peers, which is important as it now is their way to avoid anxiety in that age. So, ang next naman natin is adolescence. So, adolescents are divided into 3 stages, which are the pre-adolescence, early adolescence, and late adolescence. So, sa pre-adolescence naman, doon madedevelop yung dynamism of intimacy and eventually dahil nga they are undergoing puberty, naapektuhan ngayon yung ibang interpersonal needs, and usually, ang dynamism na lumalakas sa stage na ito ay yung lust or pagnanasa. Ang lust kasi ay isang isolating tendency, at para ma-overcome o ma-reduce yung lust na yun, ay kailangan niyang balansehin ito, which usually occurs sa early adolescence, with the intimacy na ma-feel niya towards other people, and eventually, sa late adolescence naman, mag-o-occur yung fusion ng lust and intimacy. So, now, sa adulthood, doon na natin maifo-focus yung lust and intimacy na yon sa iisang tao na ideally, mamahalin natin habang buhay. Psychological disorders naman tayo. So, all psychological disorders have an interpersonal origin and can be understood only with the reference of a patient's social environment. So, ang sinasabi niya dito is lahat daw ng problema natin, kapag may problema tayo sa pag-iisip, ito ay palaging konektado sa kung anong nangyayari sa atin. Kagaya nga ng dissociated reactions, which often precedes to schizophrenia. Ito ay characterized due to loneliness, low self-esteem, the uncanny emotions, unsatisfactory relations with others, and ever-increasing anxiety. At ang mga ito ay nangyayari through a person's development. May dalawang klase nga tayo ng schizophrenia. At yun ay ang organic and situational na hindi ko na i-discuss dahil malayo na ang therapy na. So, Sullivan evolved a theory of personality that emphasized the importance of interpersonal relations. As I said earlier, Sullivan believed that psychic disorders grows out of interpersonal difficulties. Sullivan based his therapeutic procedures on an effort to improve a patient's relationship with others para hindi tayo ma-outcast. So, that's what kind of procedure he did. So, Sullivanian therapists attempts to help a patient to develop a foresight, discover difficulties in interpersonal relations, and restore their ability to participate in consensually validated experience. So, ayun na, no? So, ang focus ng psychotherapy nila is ma-improve natin yung relationship natin at para we are able to connect with others. Para hindi tayo ma-outcast at magkaroon tayo ng kaibigan. Dagdag lang ako. So, one of the words that we usually hear when it comes to Sullivan's theory is the word chance. So, beginning around the age of 6 and especially by the age of 9, children's relationship with their peers, their own age, becomes increasingly important for a personality development of the child. So, he also emphasized the importance of friendship with a same-sex friend na tinawag niyang chums, dahil nga a friend will be our main source of social support when it comes to adulthood. So, I can understand him din naman kasi kanino pa ba tayo, 'di ba, makaka-relate? Alangan naman, hindi din naman tayo maintindihan ng mga magulang natin. Hindi din tayo maintindihan ng mga lalaki kung sakaling magkaroon tayo ng best friend na lalaki. Maaring konti, pero hindi mo mai-share yung ibang bagay na nangyayari sa'yo, especially physically. Lalo kung hindi babae yung kausap mo na naiintindihan kung anong napapagdaanan mo.